You're this perp back with another video, and I just got done watching episode 2, season 2 of Dead to Me series on Netflix. You could definitely go check out my episode 1 review. I'll have playlists ready to go, so expect me to continue to review this episode by episode. Before I get into this review, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and follow me on Twitter at perpminded420 to find out all my latest content and just, find out what's going on with my channel and whatnot and myself. With all that being said, let's get right into this review, shall we? So, we meet Steve's twin brother, well, semi-identical twin brother as they put it in here. Pretty, like I said in my last episode review, let me know how you feel about that being the case. You think that's just lazy writing, or is there going to be more to it? I think I'm cool with it just based off what they teased in this episode. But, pretty much now the FBI has raided Steve's office, and that was because of Judy pretty much freezing the accounts and everything. And this is where pretty much Jen is kind of fed up with Judy and kind of lashes out on her, which I agree with, because now this is going to put more eyes on them, where they're trying to stay low-key, and she's really worried about her family, her sons. So what she ends up doing mostly throughout this episode is Jen is reworking her will. She ends up making her stepmom, her stepmom, pretty much the kid's legal guardian. Where in the previous scene, Judy said she'll do it, but they're not seeing eye to eye right now, which I feel like she's going to probably change that once again and make Judy the legal guardian. That would be really cool. Speaking of Judy, she ends up confessing to Ben about Steve and calling the FBI on Steve. I thought she was going to come clean about Steve, the whole thing about him being dead, pretty much. That's not the case, but it does seem like they're kind of getting closer. They had a touching moment. I really like this scene. It was cool, but I think Judy needs to tread lightly, because now you have Agent Perez back on, the case and whatnot, kind of being suspicious of everything, of Judy staying there now, and this kind of puts a red flag on them and leads Perez to go meet up with Nick and get to his help, because he's the one that kind of suspected Judy, the one that killed Jen's husband. So that's going to be an interesting factor going into these next few episodes to see how that's going to play out. So I find it interesting when Ben shows up to the house again. It seems like they're getting way too close to him, and he's kind of getting way too close to Jen and Judy. Judy kind of feels bad for the whole situation and wants to kind of make things right, while Jen is really trying to walk on eggshells right now and not reveal too much and keep her composure. And once again, you see why Judy is one of the best characters on this show. Even though she might not be the most forward thinking, she has a lot of compassion. She has a really big heart, and leads to a scene of Jen pretty much saying she's sorry for what she said about Judy, which I think things are going to start getting a little bit crazier as we find out a little bit more of what's going on. As I said earlier, Jen's trying to rework her will, and they have this really dope scene at the end with Jen and this bird, and you see the connection between the bird and her, and it just is really cool symbolism. Well, we do find out where they hid the body, and I have to say, this is the dumbest place that you could ever hide a body. You put the body in a freezer in your garage. Somebody's going to find that. That's going to end up stinking or something. I don't know who thought of that. That was a good idea. I understand they probably just panicked and threw it there for the meantime, but at some point they're going to have to move that body and put it somewhere else before shit starts stinking. I don't know how it's not stinking already. I guess because it's only been like a couple of days. But what do you guys think about this in the comments below? Let me know how you felt about this episode. I think this is starting to be something really interesting. I just want to see how things are going to play out with Judy and what role is Ben going to play. I feel like, you know, Ben and Steve's mom, she's definitely in on it. That's another thing we find out, that Steve was a part of this mafia, or just, you know, he was affiliated. There's a lot going on, but until next time, I will see y'all later.
Like, you know, I'm saying something that people are scared to say. You know what I mean? And I ain't scared to say nothing. And if y'all know me, I ain't never been scared, and I ain't never been worried about what somebody gotta say. Right. Because when you successful, they gonna talk. Period.